That's the new intro music, the campaign theme by Krista Branch, I Am America, for Herman Cain, now the leading candidate in the Republican primary. Herman Cain, thanks for being our guest.
Michael, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Let's get right to it. And I am delighted to tell you that every question I'm going to ask came directly from our audience, which I thought was kind of cool.
Great.
A lot of questions on your 999 program. The question that comes out the most is, aren't there new taxes from me, a value-added or a federal sales tax?
There is no value-added tax, but the new tax is a national sales tax, and it is one tax at the cash register at a rate of 9%. The good news is, because we take out embedded taxes in the first 9, and what that means is all the hidden taxes and everything that you buy, they're going to go away, and you will not be paying more for the things that you buy when you pay the national sales tax. But it is not a VAT. That is absolutely erroneous. But there is a new tax, which is a national sales tax. Now, here's what people need to keep in mind. Yes, there's one new tax, but it is a replacement tax. The third 9 replaces the hidden taxes in everything you buy. The second 9, it replaces your payroll tax, which is 15.3%. And the first 9 refers to businesses that are paying their corporate taxes, and as a result, most people won't pay that unless you're in business.
So just so that I'm clear, Herman Cain is our guest. Just so that I'm clear, you're saying that the 9% national sales tax is replacing which taxes that are already built into the price of a product?
Take a loaf of bread. When you buy that loaf of bread, you're paying the tax that the farmer pays when he sells his wheat. You're paying the tax on the profit that the miller makes. You're paying the tax on the profit that the baker makes. You're paying the tax that the truck driver has to make to deliver to the grocery store. The grocer has to make a profit. He pays a tax on that profit. You've got 5 embedded taxes in that loaf of bread. Those come out in the first 9 because businesses can deduct their purchases to produce their product, so they are not penalized, and they don't have to pass that on to the consumer. So net, that 9% replaces all of the embedded taxes, and it has been estimated through various sources that can run anywhere from 30 to 40% of the cost of the products that we are paying today. You're replacing that with a 9% tax.
You've also suggested, Mr. Cain, that there would be a 909 plan for lower income folks. Does the 9% personal income tax apply to everyone, or would there be exemptions?
The 9%, the second 9 applies to tax on your personal income minus contributions, minus charitable contributions. If you are at or below the poverty level, you will pay 0 tax on your personal income.
So not everyone will pay 999. There will be those exempted.
Exactly, for the poor.
Okay. You made a comment, and you're in the state of Texas right now, and this is a big issue. Illegal immigration is a big issue here, as it is across the country, but particularly in border states. You made a comment about an electric fence, and the crowd cheered. The next day or two, I believe you stated, I don't want to misquote you, but I believe you stated, I apologize if anyone was offended. Do you stand by the statement of the electric fence?
I stand by the statement that the solution to the border is a combination of a fence, technology, and troops. I believe we should secure the border for real. Now, I was saying it tongue-in-cheek when I said the whole fence would be electrified. That was an exaggeration. But the part of the border that we can secure with a fence, I don't know what the characteristics of that fence are going to be. But there definitely will be a portion of it where a fence will work. Another portion is where we can use technology in order to be able to keep people out. And the third portion, the most dangerous portion, we will use boots on the ground. We're not going to give them rubber bullets. My point is we will secure the fence, secure the border.
If states like Arizona and Texas requested federal troops on the border, would you send them?
I would send them, yes, because I believe that the states that are closest to the problem, they know best what they need in order to secure their citizens and our Border Patrol from being attacked and killed by people who are trying to come into this country illegally.
Herman Cain is our guest, and I appreciate the fact that you don't, like some candidates, continue to talk and stonewall the time. Thank you, Mr. Cain, for that. Deporting illegal aliens, would you wait until they're convicted of a crime, or would you use an Arizona approach to be more aggressive in deporting illegals?
I would use an Arizona approach. In fact, the way I have described my total solution to the illegal immigration issue, and let me do that, and that is, number one, secure the border for real, using 3 approaches that I talked about, and we can determine which approach works for various sections along the border. Secondly, promote the path to citizenship that's already there. We need to clean up the bureaucracy in Washington, D.C. to make it easier for people to come through the front door and not keep sneaking through the back door, but still secure the border. Thirdly, enforce the immigration laws that are already there. Now, here is the bold one, which is number 4, empower the states. The federal government will never have enough resources to deal with the illegal immigration issue. I want to empower the states for them to decide based upon resources that the federal government can make available, resources that the states can have, but I want to empower the states to make those decisions and not depend upon the federal government.
Mr. Cain, you were a Fed chairman in Kansas City, and you and Ron Paul have gone back and forth on issues of the Fed. He called for an audit of the Fed, and in 2010 you said that people who are calling for an audit are ignorant, and you and he have gone back and forth on that. Do you still believe, as you've said, that an audit of the Fed is unnecessary?
I don't believe I used the word ignorant. I do not recall that. Representative Paul said that I said that. I honestly don't. I'm not senile yet, and so I don't think I said that word ignorant. What I said was I didn't believe that it was necessary. But I also said I don't have a problem with people who want to audit the Fed. I have said that repeatedly. It's just that some of the people who want to demand an audit are the ones who are saying that I want to block it. No, I don't. It's just that that's not my number one issue. My number one issue is creating jobs for 14 million people who are out of work, which is why I'm proposing a bold economic growth and jobs plan. I have no objections to auditing the Fed. What I did say was I don't believe they're going to find out any great surprises, and I don't believe that there are going to be any smoking guns.
This new web ad is all the talk. Did you expect there to be the reaction that there has to the fact that Mark Block is smoking in the last 2 seconds of the ad?
No, we did not expect that reaction. Let me first say, Mark made a very serious statement about this campaign. Why did Mark Block do that campaign? We were in Vegas, and this is where we just did a debate, and we've had so many. We wanted to send some messages out there. And quite frankly, with my rise in the polls, I have only had 24 hours in the day. And so because I trust Mark Block to deliver the message of this campaign, and I trusted him to do that ad, that's why he did it, because I can't do all of the things that are being requested of me, given the demands that are on my time. Secondly, the fact that Mark Block is a smoker is his choice. And how that little piece at the end came about, I don't know, but we certainly did not expect this reaction according to that. We have a saying when I go out on the debate stage, let Herman be Herman. In that ad, it was let Block be Block, because I believe let people be who they are rather than trying to restrict who they are. Mark smokes, I don't. He never smokes around me. He respects the rights of everybody that does not smoke. That is a choice that he made. He doesn't encourage other people to smoke. And the fact we did not expect the reaction that we've gotten from that little puff at